Why do you need a personal My Focus tab, and what's it all about? Um, Let me tell you a story. I've been to Ikea 2 times now. I don't know if you've ever been to Ikea, but it's quite the experience. The first time I went, I and my wife Susie, we have some time to kill on a Sunday afternoon before we can go to visit someone. So we see the Ikea store and we decide to stop in. Well, Ikea is not like a normal store, where you have rows and you can ask someone and they say go to aisle 17, and you go to aisle 17, halfway down and you do what you want. It's not like that at all. It's, they snake you through this thing. So me and Susie grab a shopping cart. We start going through this thing, and it's incredibly interesting. You go by, there seems to be no order to the store or anything like that, and all at once this comes up and that comes up, and suddenly, wow, the shopping cart's full, and there was another shopping cart place to grab another shopping cart, quite handy. So I grabbed another shopping cart, and we're continuing to go through the store, and at one point we get separated. I'm really not sure how, but I think it had something to do with the elevator where you could go down to the bottom story, and I don't remember going up to the upper story. And then I started looking to the exit because I was tired of the place. I did manage to see a little sign someplace that said exit, but I went there. It said that leaving at this point, opening the door would trip the alarm, and that tripping the alarm for no reason could result in 2 years in prison or something like that. So, that was a bad idea. So I went back, and sure enough, I got my way through the store and eventually found Susie, and we had 2 shopping carts full of stuff, and we went ahead and bought them. And now that was 4 or 5 years ago, and I guarantee, I'm pretty sure there's only one thing left, and that's just it's in storage in our basement, to be honest. It's not being used, but we have one thing left. Now, the next time I went to the Ikea store was with my son, and he had moved into a different apartment, and it was, not the greatest apartment in the world. It was near a college campus, and not a good apartment at all, actually. And it didn't have a closet, so he needed a bureau. So he goes online, he finds a bureau, he picks it out. It's at Ikea. It's not very far from him. We drive to the Ikea store. We get the bureau. We come home. It was a great experience. A great price on a great thing. It was wonderful. Okay. But you see, that's why you need to focus in your life. You need a purpose statement, and you need to know what your really core values are, and you need to know what's important right now, because life is going to snake you by things. You don't know what's around the next corner, and different stuff comes up all the time. And if you don't know what you're about, and you haven't decided ahead of time where you're going, what you're doing, what you're thinking about right now, you're going to end up with life with a couple shopping carts full of junk. You can't take the junk with you, but if you have some focus, I'm not saying that you're still not going to snake around, because you are if you go there. But if you have some focus and you know what you're about, you can go through that store and you can get what you actually want, and you can give what you actually want to give, and you can make a difference where you actually want to make a difference. Knowing what you're about is just vital to having to making life an adventure instead of a walk in the park. So now let's take a look at this. Let me turn there. Okay, so now let's take a look at the My Focus tab, just to give you a quick tour. The first thing is your purpose statement. Okay, and this is mine. All right, so you have it in there. You can see what my purpose statement is. There's a video about purpose only. Now, some of these videos, because this is just a trimmed down version of the corporate one, some of the video is very business oriented, but you can get the idea from it. Here's an explanation that is very much a personal explanation of a purpose statement. And like I said, this has my example in it. You click the edit button and you can edit it. All right. Window will pop up. You click the yellow button just like it would anywhere else. You're going to get a video about it. But your purpose statement, that's what your purpose is. It does change over time, but that's okay. And remember, you can't be perfect about these things. But you need to start, and you need to use these things. Core values. So video about what core values are, but they're basically the 2 or 3 things that you try to live by. And again, there's your explanation, and there's a video. Now this private, what's most important right now? Okay, these things, your purpose and your values and about me, that is just telling about yourself. And those things, if you're part of an organization, which almost all of you would be if you're in the Arena Success Group, people in the organization can learn about you by seeing you're about you or about me and my values and my purpose. That's a great way for people to get to know each other and connect, which is one of the 5 keys to thriving. This private one about what's most important right now, no one ever sees that. That's for your benefit only. But it's really important that you know what's most important right now. Now over here on the right, you're going, different classes and things like that will show up. And again, the buttons, there will be buttons across the top that turn yellow, and there are action buttons up here too, at times. So the tabs will turn yellow. Mine are all green because I've taken all the courses, but that will show you, what you have to learn next. But that's the focus tab. And life's going to be a walk in Ikea. I guarantee it. Just make it a good trip. Thanks.